Going live.
And we're live.
And we're live.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome to Waffle Time. It's me, Mitto, and this is James, Big J, Beardy
Where are you
J.
going with that?
Don't know. So like
I
that.
thought it was going to be, and I'm Mitto, and this is Douchebag. And
I could have done that.
Could've.
That was mean. That was what you would have done. But
that's what I was expecting.
I'm in a friendly mood today.
That's good to know.
Apparently. So anyway, we're back again. We've got more stuff to show you because that's what Waffle Time is all about: showing you stuff and answering questions on the interweb, wherever that may be. If you've got questions and you're watching now, get them in on our Facebook page or on our YouTube or where else. Is that pretty much it?
Twitter.
At
Solar C Circuit.
At Solar C Circuit. I don't know anything about the Twitter net.
You could even on Instagram. I put an Instagram up.
What are we on Instagram?
Solar C.
Solar C on Instagram.
I had to think about that for a second.
I don't know. I am not an internet person. I'm a person of material manipulation. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
maybe. Anywho, as you can see, we're still on the FC thing. Can't help ourselves.
Yeah,
I've just done this brown beastie, which it looks a darker brown on there. We've got a little screen there. That's what's there. And I want it to be that brown.
I was going to say, I think that looks better. It is kind of covered in the light at the minute, though. It is underneath the light, so
true.
It does make it look bright.
But it is actually that shiny, only because it's new. So it'll be that shiny for.
I was going to say,
a week.
Mine was that shiny one time.
I know. Now yours is all matte.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just covered in stickers and fingerprints.
There's literally scratches like everywhere.
Yep. There's big scratches up the side on the windows from wing plates and stuff.
And this. Everyone picking up the bodies and squishing.
It's the wing with us. Just pick it up by the wing.
I can't. I've got a Speedway Pal wing and it's it's bendy. But that's kind of good.
It's the first thing I noticed because I did go to pick that up by the wing because that's obviously how I've always
okay, no.
Yeah.
Because it won't be long before that's just splits.
Just tears out. And you've just got a wing in a car that's fallen on.
I've just got end plates. That'll be it. So yeah. Anyway, we've got those. We'll talk about those in a minute. However, for now,
we have some new stuff.
We have some new stuff. We've got a new top, so hopefully it'll make it easier to see things.
Yeah, we're trying to play around with the white balance at the moment. So,
we are.
If it's awful, we're sorry, but on our screen, this looks much better. So,
whoa! Don't crash. Okay, so we have had a bunch of Overdose stuff in.
You've probably seen if you follow us on Instagram and stuff. Yeah, we had a few bits that we didn't get much of that we just tested in the water. So we only got a few T-shirts in because we wanted to check the sizing. We've had this is if I phrase it this way, we've had issues in the past ordering Asian T-shirt sizes that come up very small.
Well, the problem is European, sort of Asian and American sizes all differ greatly. So this is an XL. So I'd basically say this is like a Japan spec XL. So it's probably like an L here, like somewhere just roughly. Like a big medium, or sort of a standard large, that kind of thing.
I was gonna say it's more like a small large.
Yeah,
like a smaller large.
So ideally, like because I wear stuff loose normally, so I'd ideally go for a double XL or maybe even a triple if I want to go full gangster.
Yeah, I'd just go triple XL. Whereas normally I wear
in Japan you need like 5Xs, man.
In Japan, I just need like custom made stuff.
Yeah, you just need American stuff.
It's kind of funny when you walk down the street in Japan and people just stop and go,
"Oh, big man!"
You're not just going to walk into a shop and pick up stuff that fits.
It's not that you're tall; it's just because there's tall people in Japan. That's they're not all short people, but there's not very many wide people.
Or big beardy people.
Yeah. Beards are generally frowned upon.
Yeah.
Unless you're some old, I don't know, swordsmith in a mountain and you're drunk and you've got them long eyebrows as well.
Or some monk.
Yeah, exactly that. Some karate master up in the mountain. Anyway, we got T-shirts in.
Yep.
I got one.
I didn't. They didn't fit.
It sucks. It's to be fair, my only comment about those is the price is very strong. But they're a rare item, It's a high-end item. Yeah, sure. Let me just strip off.
Ito-san, when we were at World, we're at Overdose, he made a point to explain the back to us. And you won't be able to see on this, but if you look on our website, you should be able to see there's 3 circles, and they've got lots of marks in, and basically hidden away. It's kind of like a bit of a magic eye thing. Hidden away in each of the circles is a Japanese island, like the outline of the island.
It is. It is Japan.
So it's quite cool.
I think overall it's
The whole
different parts of Japan as well. So yeah, it's quite clever.
Cool. Very cool. It's quite hard to see, but very cool.
There is a t-shirt. Next up, we'll carry on with the merchandise thing.
Yeah, essentially with this delivery, we had a lot of merchandise arrive because it's all stuff that we had on order from when they announced it.
So iPhone users,
iPhone 5 and 6, not
5
6 Plus.
and 6. We've got stuff for you. I'm showing these because it's easiest to see. This is for an iPhone 6.
There's basically for each of the
you see
phones, there's a skull and a flame logo option, and for the 6, there's also a transparent logo, transparent case even.
Got those, the flame logo, skull. My personal favorite is the skull.
Yeah.
I mean, the flame thing is super old in terms of weld.
It's well known.
I think, man, that's like at
that's like
least 15 years old.
It's kind of like the original cool world logo.
Yeah, that and the other one, which I've got on my keys, which we'll come on to next, which is the key ring, which is that is the classic Weld logo, and it always made me laugh because when you've got it in reverse, it just looks like it says blue. I don't know, I'm childish like that. So anyway, we've got iPhone 5. We've got 2 options for the 5. For the 6, we've got the black, the matte black with the it's all etched, isn't it? It's all etched out, so it's 3-dimensional. It's not just
definitely. And also, it's worth mentioning that the black cases are rigid cases, and the transparent ones are slightly more flexible. So that to that degree, let's do a black. To a much lesser degree. So yeah, they're cool. iPhone cases. Unfortunately, my iPhone is being replaced in a couple of weeks, so I'm not using it, which is annoying because I ordered these ages ago. Do you know what's annoying for me? I got a 6 Plus, and they don't do the 6 Plus. As I said to you the other day, it's because nobody makes enough plastic to cover one. Shut up, man. So anyway, we also have a bunch of key rings, like we were showing you a minute ago. Classic World logo. That's the one I went for. I went for these 2. Jay went for the skull and the camo logo. We also have the Overdose brand logo, the Overdose Scorpion logo. Then we have this. These are chains. Acrylic. Yeah. Well, these are all rubberized, and this is acrylic. So these are the key ring. Look, ring, key ring, key chain. Got a key chain. That's how that works. So anyway, Overdose logo, Weld logos with the skull. They are sided. So basically, when you look from the front, you see can't really see on that one. See that one better? So when you look from the front, you see the Weld logo. And it's semi-translucent, but on the back, it's got the skull logo as well. Well, actually, on that one, you can see the skull through, can't you? So you can see the skull all the way through. Yeah. Again, they are a coated acrylic, like a chromed acrylic. They're nicely made. That's etched as well. Yeah. So, there's quite a process in making those, but that's pretty typical of Overdose. All the key rings are currently £7 and £7. I don't know whether they're limited edition or not. I would imagine most of them are limited edition. It's Overdose. It will be because just everything from Overdose is limited edition generally. Definitely is limited edition. Definitely is. It's already sold out. Yeah, these sold out within a day. Couple of, well, it was less than that. It's like a couple of hours, basically, and these things sold out. So we're just showing you just to acknowledge their existence and awesomeness and show off that we've got them. We had to have one of each. But yeah, these are the 2015 Tokyo Auto Salon limited edition stickers, reflective, very high rainbow quality. And blue. Yeah, incredibly high quality. Quite naughtily expensive, but then again, a very rare item. Yep. With Overdose, you're not, you're not necessarily getting more magical quality than anything else. I mean, with the aluminium chassis parts, obviously you are. In terms of making stickers, though, anyone can make a sticker, but these are very high end, very exclusive items because they just won't be around again, and nobody likes a fake. You could probably buy a fake one, but just What's the point?
Just no. Are you pulling out other?
I'm pulling out super rare stuff.
You've got another stash of those.
When I was in when I was at Overdose and World, I managed to get a 3rd anniversary Overdose sticker, which is very rare, discontinued.
Yeah, never going to be around
nice.
again. Let's try and get that more on camera so people can actually see
very
it.
Cool. I also managed to pick up, which
I like that because it's retro looking.
It's very cool. I
like
I don't know where to put it. That's the only problem. Like I don't know what to put that on.
On my Corolla.
No.
Damn it.
I think that might go on my new laptop.
That's cool as well.
This is very cool and very smelly because the bag seems to have split, but it's a vanilla limited edition. Very old school.
That is.
Can you not smell it from there?
Oh God, that's nice.
You
know what it smells like?
Vanilla.
Tic Tacs.
No, it smells like vanilla.
It smells like when you eat a Tic Tac.
That's mint. Your nose is crap.
Not Tic Tacs.
You need to stop smoking, man.
It's something like Tic Tacs.
Vanilla?
No, Tic Tacs aren't mint.
Vanilla?
They're, when you get the lime and orange ones,
I don't know.
They taste like it smells like the taste of the sugar from a Tic Tac.
Something like that.
I know what I mean. That's cool anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to put it away because it kind of smells.
It's got dice on it, so it's mad legit, like Mexican spec.
And flames. Who wouldn't want dice and flames?
Exactly. I have at home, not here, but I've got Ito also, not Ito. Was it Ito? Yeah, Ito. Ito gave me a big sticker. You know the old Weld Flame logo with Weld Technique Factory on it?
Yeah.
And it's one of the original run.
That's cool.
So that was it. That was the last one. He's like, oh man, because I'd got one like when I went there years ago, and I was like, oh, I really want one of those stickers, and you don't do them anymore. And he's like, wait a minute, and he went off and got it, which is super nice because that's clearly his own stash, you know. And it was like, wow, thanks, man.
Kind of along the same lines. Just before we move on, I've actually contacted Overdose because I need some rear knuckles for my Jet Racing Overdose drift package.
You might as well show the thing.
And I need rear knuckles.
This is basically Jay calling all Overdose nerds.
Yeah.
Do you have?
I can't finish this chassis until I have rear knuckles, and Overdose don't have them. They're discontinued. They're no longer available. They have no leads on any shop that has them. They've tried to find some for me. If anybody has any, I think it's OD 1365 or 1385.
You can now charge Jay a fortune for them.
You can't, but you can now let me know if you have them.
Yeah, if anyone does have gold rear knuckles for a drift package.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to change what I'm doing with that chassis and maybe put black knuckles on.
That'd just be sad when you've got everything else.
It would be very sad.
Literally everything.
But
apart from the Overdose chassis. But then it's eject racing.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
I was going to get the matte black chassis.
Yeah.
But then I thought it's jet racing. And I've spent enough money.
Indeed. Anyway, moving on to more practical stuff that people are actually interested in.
We have the wings back in stock.
Wings are back in.
Both types.
Half of them are gone already. So if you want a wing, be quick.
Particularly the swan neck, which I think is a Type 7. Is that right?
Yeah.
That is
Type 7.
We
Type
didn't
5.
get many of those in because there wasn't many available.
That's the swan neck. You can see the little swans. The swans quack. Quack.
No.
Anyway. So yeah, those wings are in. If you want one, be quick because they won't be in for long.
Yeah.
These things just fly.
We did get good stock on the Type 5, the flatter one. We actually have more.
Look how many have gone off there.
We have more stashed down there.
Oh man, yeah, they're not going to last long. Anyway, get one of them. If you want to go on the website and search for those, just put in Voltex probably.
Probably, yeah.
Voltex will probably do it, or
go into the body accessories category,
or do that, or type wing, or
Voltex will definitely bring them up.
Yeah, that'll do. So anyway, that's some new stock from Overdose.
We have some more new stock.
We've got some more new stock from Overdose, for which this will become relevant. This is my Overdose Divall, my little beastie. Got a new part for this. One part that I've been wearing out personally, because here's the story, right? Here's the story. So here's my diff case, and I've got a couple of new diff cases, and the reason being is when we went out on the Japan tour, I was advised by some Japanese drivers that a Yokomo gear would fit in the front of the Divall. So I followed their instruction and did that, and it was bloody awful. Like you remember the chassis? It was binding up. The gears were crunching, and eventually, what it did is actually you've got on the side of the diff, you have a retainer that holds in the bearing, and what it actually did was shove that out of the diff case, just snapped it clean out.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said to the guys,
on the front or the back or both? Or
this was on the front,
yeah,
because I underdrove it. And I said to the guys, you know, this is way too tight, and they're like, "Oh no, it's fine. It takes about 2 weeks to run." And I thought, man, I'm not like, you mean it takes 2 weeks for it to push the bearing through the side of the case? So anyway, it wore out really quickly. But you know, it hadn't actually popped it out, you know. So I got some Spice gears, which now incidentally do work in the front of the Divall, although Overdose are releasing the CS gears now, so sort of not required. But either way, ended up with these Spice gears in, which are fine, but you know, just through general wear and tear, popped the side of the gear case off. Now, problem was I'd knackered the diff case, which meant that the output here on the prop was oscillating, so
wore out your prop
and wore out my prop, like pretty gnarly way. So basically, what I did was I've wrapped them, I molly greased them. You know, I got heat shrink on them, and you know, they're full of molly grease, so they're lubed. But basically, the ends of these props are eating themselves because my diff case was knackered from fitting the wrong gear in the first place. So what I've got now is a diff case, so I can replace this case. I got the rear one anyway, just, you know, to be sure.
Are they the same?
They're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And incidentally, these are coming out in aluminium very shortly.
They just announced them at I forget the name of the hobby show, but a Japanese hobby show.
Was it Shizuoka?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Which sucks because I'd really like those for the Worlds.
Yes.
That would be amazing. But what I do have for the Worlds, which is relevant to this little story, is Overdose have now released this prop shaft.
UJ prop shaft.
With a universal joint in it. So I might as well open it. It's my one. So basically what you've got there is a prop shaft with the universal joint on the end. So basically that universal joint takes up all the slack from the diff having a little party at the front end. So in theory, that should be a lot stronger, a lot more accurate, and I should have less
smoother
problems. Should be smoother, yeah. And actually, the prop itself is a little thinner, but it's got some chamfered edges in it and some knurling that will basically make it stronger as well because it's hard-sided. And if you look at them, they're offset. So although it looks mental and, you know, like it's not going to work, it's still actually a balanced item. Yeah. So yeah, got a prop shaft to
What's part number on that one?
That is OD1769 for Divall. So there's my diff case, there's my prop shaft. The other thing I've bought personally is we had a very limited amount of stock of these oils, the Overdose oils. So I've got 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, shock oil.
Overdose shock oil, very high quality, produced by Waco Chemical.
They're very proud of that. They're a very well very reputable chemicals company.
Well, they make oils as well, I believe. They're full, you know, car oil.
Yeah. It's a huge company.
But I'm under the impression that these are a mineral oil rather than just synthetic. They're a bit. They're very weird, and it's green.
They are coloured, but I'm under the impression that is to differentiate the different scales.
No, they're all there.
That's what I was a bit confused by that because I was expecting them to all to be different colours, but I think it might just be. Could even just be the bottle, but we'll see.
There might be different colours in the bottle, but the oils are. I mean, I had Overdose oil in when I got the chassis because Yodo put the chassis together for me, and he used Overdose shock oil, obviously, and it was iridescent green. You know, it looked like it was radioactive. Yeah. So yeah,
it's just cool.
It's good stuff though. So I've been waiting for that. So we've got a bit of that in. Like I say, very limited amount of stock left. The other thing I bought was the Overdose hub hexes.
Yep.
because they're super badass. And
yeah, I've been running them for a while.
It's one of those things you forget you've got them, then you take a wheel off and go,
Yeah,
nice. So yeah, we've got those in OD1437. You can get those. The other one that is pretty cool is the Overdose bumper brace, OD1916. We got those in. They does say for Divall, but
for Vacular, that one is.
Vacular.
It does have the Vacular logo on, but it is a very cool item.
Yeah, and the Divall has the D and the Vacular has the V, but
yeah,
you know, you wouldn't notice.
That's the for the limited edition black Vacular.
Yeah, so it's a limited edition bumper as well.
Yeah. It will fit a Yokomo. It won't fit directly onto an MST, although the body posts are the same spacing if you're using the wide bumper mounts.
Yeah.
It's just the actual screws that clamp it down.
Well, I did use one on my XXX, and it sort of worked out. Also comes with some pretty cool bumper supports, which are aluminium. I've got them on here. They're awesome. I wish they were red on that, to be honest, but just
for the sake of it.
For some reason. No. They're black.
Fair enough.
So yeah, we've got bumper braces in. We also have some more servo horns. You can see here. Whoopsie. I'm running the red Overdose servo saver. We also have in pink and we have in gold.
Yeah.
So if you want to go crazy bling, we've got those
in stock.
Yeah, these things sell out stupidly fast.
Yeah.
So
it is worth mentioning you will need the bottom part of the servo saver from another chassis or another servo or whatever. I've used the Yokomo one on mine.
Yeah, Yokomo one will work, or the Overdose one will work as well. The Overdose one has got an actual spring in it.
Yeah.
So that's probably the best one to use if you can get it.
It's the same part from the Yokomo that you need.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
The servo saver bottom part, but it's worth mentioning that the Overdose one is not as easy to get as the Yokomo one.
Exactly, yeah. Man, I wish I would love that in that pink.
God, no.
You're not a pink fan, but I'm
really
a pink fan, and that is a good pink. When you see it against the black or something, that is a good pink.
That is a Barbie pink.
Yeah, but then I'd have to go tapping up Jens because he's got the only pink one of those.
That's true.
It's another.
And he would not give it to you.
No, but I'm sure I could get one. If I really want one, I'm sure I could get one.
Maybe.
It's
worth mentioning, actually. I don't know if you saw. Overdose have announced their new chassis.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I saw that.
It's.
Did it have a name?
No, not yet. They're not announcing the name yet. But they did the same with the. Do you remember with the Divall when that was coming? They didn't have a name for a long time.
Maybe it would be the.
We had to start accepting pre-orders.
Divallular.
We didn't even know what that was going to be called, and we had to accept pre-orders. So it was the new shaft drive from Overdose.
Yeah,
which is a bit weird.
It's like the nameless chassis.
The new chassis is plastic. It's a much lower cost chassis.
Yeah.
Which they actually spoke to us about when we were in Japan. I think it's going to be pretty good.
It will be.
Yeah.
You know, going from obviously we've got a Vacular here, we've got the Divall here, we've got an Overdose Jex conversion there. There's Overdose bits everywhere, and none of them are bad.
No.
There's not one Overdose thing I've done. This sucks.
The only thing that
there's Overdose bits I've got that I go, I don't really know how to use this properly yet.
Well, the only bit that I'm not sure of, which I think people may perceive as being a negative, is I think it won't have many setting options. I think it'll be fairly basic. You'll have, say, 3 positions for something and 2 positions for something else instead of 20 and 15.
Yeah. But that's probably a good thing.
I was going to say it makes it easier to set the car up generally. Less mistakes, less room for mistakes. It also, I mean, when you get to an advanced level, you generally want a few more options, but we can probably count on Overdose to release option parts that have more variations in setting positions.
So,
which is all good.
That's those.
So what's next?
Moving on. You fit the Master.
I did. I've got my
bring her up.
Well, my ugly wiring. We have the Master, which you won't be able to see at all. But
let's. I
was going to say, I basically Mitto's had his fitted for a couple of weeks, but I've been a bit busy lately. I haven't done much driving. I finally got mine fitted.
Chevalier Master.
I can't remember when I got it fitted. Actually, was it for Wednesday? No, it was before. The week before.
I can't remember.
But it's ace. It's amazing. In actual fact, I've made a bit of an update as well. There's a new Tashion Area ESC update.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
That has actually been out for a couple of weeks, but I never spotted. It's very good. It's very, very good.
You said that the throttle,
specifically, what the biggest update is that the change from throttle to brake has been smoothened, so it's less aggressive. But that's not to say that it's lost power. Or softened. It's just been. Well, it has softened.
It's a cleaner feeling.
It's a much cleaner feeling.
What I will say, because you haven't mentioned it yet, and you said very specific.
Well, I was about to get to that. It's very, very important. If you apply this update to your ESC, you must set your endpoints again. Recalibrate your full throttle, your brake, your neutral. Very specifically, give a warning.
Yeah, this one's the only one with a warning.
It's the only time they've ever given a warning.
You have to do this.
You will damage your ESC if you don't do this, because it completely changes the way the throttle works. And I get the impression if you don't do it, you're going to burn your ESC out very fast.
Yeah.
So if you're not sure, bring your car down here. I'll do the update for you on a Wednesday evening, and basically we can just get it taken care of and sorted. It is very good. I will be doing it onto my other ESC later today. And I will be doing it to your car, I'm sure, at the same time. Cars.
Yeah. And I have an extra car.
It is worth mentioning as well. Anyone who is going to update their ESC, back up your settings first, because I forgot, and I've had to reset them all.
Yeah, that sucks.
Updating your ESC wipes all the settings.
But then messing around with your ESC is kind of fun anyway.
Oh, definitely. I've changed my settings now, and it's changed the way the car drives, and it's fun. Anyway,
exactly. Moving on. I've done another new body. We mentioned it earlier. We're back in FC land.
It has been on Instagram for the last couple of days.
I'm loving the brown. Here is Mother Brown. Everything's gone brown at the minute.
That body needs those stickers.
That body needs those stickers.
Yeah.
We haven't got those in.
No, I know.
That sucks. They're probably out of stock completely now for like the next billion years. Because that's just what they do to torture me.
It is a bit of a tease.
So anyway, made a body. You made a body, which isn't quite finished. You made a couple. You've done your 180.
Yeah.
You've got another FC, a white one, but we won't show that on camera because it will burn everybody's retinas out with white glare. And also, I did this other thing, which is under here, which I have shown you before. What I will show you first is that on this body,
it's got snakeskin.
I've got snakeskin in the vents. So I'm all like luxury style.
Luxury. So that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, no, let's not go around thinking. I was thinking more sort of cowboy boots.
I'm okay with that. Cowboys are badass. So anyway, I got one of those. Yes, it only has one light bucket in the back. I'm aware of that. That's happening. Don't worry about that.
That's been repaired.
So yeah, that's my FG. And the other thing that I put together was this. This is my XXX non-HT kind of VIP concoction of all sorts of stuff that we had laying around. So it has unusual things on it. Like I said, it's the older pillar ball style suspension. It's got the usual MST, big wacky steering lock. It's got a front one way. It's got a spool in the back. I am going to experiment with double ball diffs in this at some point. But the main thing about it is that everything is shunted back. So there's nothing in this space. The battery's here, servo, motor, ESC, everything is put as far back as possible. There's two reasons for that. One, it needs to drive a little bit like my Divall. Just because when you're switching between chassis, if the weight balance is totally different, it's fun, but you're kind of having to think in a different way. So, for me, it makes it handle in a similar way. That actually, like, a couple of people have driven it and they said it's kind of weird because it drives almost the same. It's different. But what this has got now, which like previously when I ran it normally, the older chassis, it lacked forward tabashi. This now has massive rear traction, so it has a lot of forward snap as well. So
1.8 CS, aren't you?
1.8. I think the key for me in terms of the setup was the shock towers. It's got the new sliding shock towers on it, and they made life so easy. You can do so much so quickly with them. That made it easy. and I've also got some very special Overdose TRF dampers on there, which I definitely wouldn't buy again, just because of the expense involved relative to the end result. You know, you're talking £200 to build those dampers.
And are they any better than the £45 MST dampers? The fact you can't just go yes instantly.
Yes, when they operate perfectly, but they don't operate perfectly that often
or for very long.
Yeah, because the seals on them are so finite. I think that the TRF stuff for me seems to be like it's designed to do one race, then be rebuilt or re-greased or sorted or whatever it is, you know, and that's it. We run so constantly here that they're just a bit of a pain in the arse.
It's worth mentioning as well, we do have the shock towers in stock behind me.
Yeah, we've got loads of those.
Some blocking, but we got them in all the colours. We also have them coming for RMX and FXX very soon.
Yeah, very shortly. Just to continue with this, it's running an RC OMG Servo. Keyence. Well, this is a Keyence motor, so this is an old one. It's Accuvance 10.5 Luxon. I've got the Accuvance ESC. This is currently running version 1, but we're going to update it later. I have the Chevalier basic capacitor and a Samoa receiver in there doing all the business. Gearing wise, it's on 75/26 on 1.8 CS with the front one way.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what that ratio, what that puts your FDR to.
I have no idea, but what I do know is it's mild, manageable, but got the power when you need it. And it's sort of naughty. I'm getting so used to having the luxury of the Accuvance ESCs and just being able to change stuff so easily that it's sort of like the gearing becomes less important. I know that's bad. I know it's wrong.
I was going to say that is wrong. That's not how you should work. You should get your gearing right and then work on everything else.
I did. The gearing is right.
Off the top of my head,
I feel like I'm cheating.
I always forget because I never really ran 1.8 on a XXX. I normally run 1.6, 1.7, or 2. Yeah. 1.8 was the one I never went for because you have to sort of tweak your gearing a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of a funny one for me. But you also done a few things like you're running your rear knuckles the wrong way around and things.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've got the rear knuckles. So basically, the knuckle points backwards, so the bump is reduced effectively.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just something you like to do. It doesn't really change anything that you can't do on the front anyway. You just have to change.
Not really. It just looks interesting.
You've just lowered.
It makes people go, "Ooh, why have you done that?"
Yeah.
How interesting. So yeah, that's all good.
It does mean you can't run an anti-roll bar like that, though.
That's true. I bet you could figure out a way.
Actually, I think you can. Looking at it,
maybe
they're mounted lower than I thought they were, but yeah,
maybe
it's not something I would do.
That'd be fun because it'd just make it look even crazier. Because it is crazy looking.
You and your visual stuff.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
You're also running chassis braces.
Oh yeah, deck braces. Yeah, if anyone's still. Do these go on the HTs? They don't.
No, they don't.
Are we sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. That's a shame.
Because we ordered shed loads of them in just before the HT was launched, and then everyone's converted to HT, and we still have loads.
But you can't really see. But in here, we do something called a deck brace, which basically slightly alters the roll center and makes the chassis stiffer.
I'm not going to find them quickly. They're at the back.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there they are. Here they are. I found them quickly. The part number. Part number is 210291. Carbon lower deck brace, and that basically goes under your diffs and strengthens the chassis and alters the roll center. It is a big improvement.
You're running two of them, aren't you?
No, I'm running one on the front, one on the back.
Yeah, that's what I
mean. But you've just given me the idea of doubling them up.
Good.
That seems like a good idea.
That won't work.
It physically will work. It'll fit.
It'll be awful. It's my betting.
Don't be negative. We'll make it work. And if it doesn't, we won't tell anyone. It'll be fine. So anyway, mate. That's that. That's done. Running a shorty battery. Just I don't know. It's just fun. and it's nice to be back on a XXX because there's something about the way a XXX drives that I very much enjoy. I think it's just because they pull such big counter, like so effortlessly. The Divall, you've got to work for it. You know, you really have to try hard.
On,
yeah, it's just easy. It works. Very simple chassis. Adjustments on it are super fast and easy. You know, there's no real kerfuffle in there. So yeah, glad to have one of these again. I've also made myself a custom steering linkage as well.
It is making me
happy with.
Really want another silver XXX as well.
It's that whole silver and black thing. It just looks clean. I mean, I had it on black wheels, and I did like that black look. And I got that silver carbon rocking as well.
I've got to do it every time. Silver and silver and silver and black. Although my wires again are messy in this.
Why can't I put my post holes in? What have I done?
On the wrong holes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I want to know when the SSG is coming out for the XXX HT and the RMX.
It's probably not,
because that would look sick in SSG.
I don't think they will. Is the honest answer?
No,
it kind of goes against why the chassis are good.
Because
the strength is in the chassis.
Yeah, they're stiff.
So if you soften that, you're going to lose the characteristic of the chassis,
we need to reverse,
which is kind of no good.
There you go.
They probably will do one at one point because people demand it, but common sense.
I demand it. I demand it. Hopefully, well, maybe.
Not common sense. But
so anyway, moving on. The reason we're doing all these bodies and chassis, just throwing things all over the floor, is basically the reason for having different bodies is so that your cars drive differently. You know, they handle differently. The sort of visual center point of the car is different. That's stuck. Why is that stuck?
It doesn't matter. Leave it. Move on.
It just makes me sad. But anyway, it's basically all for the worlds that we're going to this month.
End of this month in 2 weeks.
Yeah, freaking out. So basically, everything we do at the moment is study time. So here's our study, and obviously we all look on YouTube.
As you'll see, if you're part of our group, I posted the best body shell I've ever seen.
The worm.
The caterpillar.
Yeah, man, that thing's awesome.
Yeah, that was in the seed video.
Yeah, seed, crazy people. But yeah, these are some of the references we use. This is RC Pro RC DVD for your RC life.
Yes,
it's that one.
These all obviously come from Japan, as you can probably tell from the covers.
Yep, because it's all in Nihongo. That means Japanese in Japanese. There you go. So learn something new every day. But yeah, basically these have got the different surfaces in, different styles, different setup techniques, tips, you know, little extra features with pro drivers. And if you don't speak Japanese, you're not going to get as much from it as you would if you do speak Japanese, obviously. But visually, just to be able to watch it and kind of keep an eye on what's going out there and just see how their cars are moving. Just watching how another car moves can really alter your own driving. You know, that certainly was the case. Like when we went to Japan, I think your style changed considerably in a short space of time because you were watching the movements of other cars and going, oh wow, you know, that's different, but it looks cool.
And,
you know?
But not only that, but you're when you go to another track, you're not in your familiar surroundings as well. So
exactly,
it's easier to adapt because you're not just falling back into the same old things.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and when you're at a different place and some people drive completely differently, like wow, what they're doing, you know, we've got and learning to adapt.
And how are they
like
doing that?
Actually, the skill you get is adapting to a new environment rather than just being a good driver, like at one place.
The big thing for me was seeing somebody do something and having to think like, how are they doing that?
Yeah.
And then working.
How can I do that? Because that's hard.
Because I didn't speak the language, I couldn't walk up and go, "How are you doing that, mate?"
Yeah.
Like I had to.
What are you doing there, mate?
I had to really like pay attention and go.
I have a vision of
you loading a rear spring.
Of you going up to someone, you know, Devo. Okay. Devo was out, mate. That dude. You going up to Jeff. Hey, mate. Hey, how are you doing that, mate? Got 20p. That dude's funny. Anyway. That's basically what we're doing, and we have arranged to have a couple of private worlds practice sessions.
They are specifically only for drivers who are entered into the worlds.
Exactly. So
they are private sessions.
It's it's us giving something back, and we want to support everyone from the UK that's going along to the Worlds. You know, we went last year. There's a lot of us that went, and you know, there was a lot of support amongst ourselves for everyone to do well. You know, we were pretty united. So you know, we want to kind of create that sense before we even go.
Yeah.
So you know, we can
just
all
give
help
everyone a
each
chance
other.
to practice together.
Yeah.
Everyone,
and there's some strong opposition in Europe. You know. So,
yeah, definitely.
You know, we got some tough guys to beat. Lasse Sorensen he's kicking ass. Daniel Semenov, he's always kicks ass.
Is Daniel coming?
I don't know, but generally what Daniel does is panic.
And just arrive. Just
freak out and then arrive and then not have driven in months or years and then just whoop everyone's ass. And it's like, have you done that? That's just wrong. Who else is good? Samir Frakrich. I can't say his name, but he's from somewhere. But yeah, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Who came third last year? I'm having a brain fart.
Julien. Oh no, Julien got second.
Oh, was he second?
Yeah, he's second.
Yeah, Julien North.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
You're going.
The problem
you did good.
The problem
you came fourth.
The problem you've got now is
no pressure this year, buddy.
It's fine.
I did crap.
I've got my excuses already lined up.
I can either do crap or less crap, so it's fine with me.
You've kind of dug yourself a hole now because you've started naming the good drivers. So anyone you've forgotten to mention,
sucks.
Yeah, you're just a mad diss.
Yeah, man, dissing you. No, there's a bunch of good drivers. They're just yeah.
There's a lot of drivers.
My brain isn't very
actually,
good.
There's also the rear wheel drive thing this year as well.
There's rear wheel drive.
There's a lot more drivers this year because some are doing only rear wheel drive. So I think there's going to be about 180 in CS class.
Is Taj a judge this year?
Yes, he is.
So I was going to say Taj is good, but he's a judge.
Taj is junk. He's crap.
He sucks.
He sucks.
You all suck.
He doesn't even enter competitions. Like the Worlds. He only comes
Taj's
here
got
and
the
wins.
Fear. He's got the fear. Yeah. He's not down for the battles.
Comes here and wins and takes home AccuOunce goodies.
We just let him win because he's the judge for the Euros.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
We've let it all go. Shit.
But yeah. Anyway, so private sessions coming up. Big competition coming up. There's, you know, if you're in the UK and you are entered in the World and you want to come and practice, it's the 17th of May.
Sunday. It will be
Sunday
from noon.
From noon, which is 12 midday. For anyone that doesn't know, speak Old Western. I'll see you at high noon.
Yeah, it's not quite how it
until 8.
Until about 8. Yeah.
Yeah, about 8. Until everyone gets bored.
Yeah. Well,
or
officially
disagrees and wants to kill each other.
It means we're working a full week again.
Yeah.
So we have to have some sleep time and some time to do home stuff.
Yeah. Laundry. I did laundry yesterday.
That's good for you.
Well, half of it. It sucks. I've got to finish it today. This is reality. Reality sucks. I need a maid.
So basically, the plan is I'm just going to shut you up now. The plan is basically we're going to just practice, run sessions, run some battles. Nothing too major, just for fun, but just preparation essentially. Probably do a bit of maintenance work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Talk people through
maybe try
we're going to take.
Share some tips and things like that.
Maybe help refine settings. The thing that we have to make sure everyone is aware of, obviously, is our carpet is very different. So the settings that we dial in here will not be the settings that you use at the competition. They can change massively. But it'll be fun. It's good fun, and there's going to be a bunch of guys down here, and we'll probably do some all right driving. Probably
be all right. Be all right on the night. So yeah, that's kind of all our.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is just for drivers. So it's closed for spectators and everything else because it's essentially not a normal day.
Yeah, just drivers.
Yeah,
and the shop is open to those drivers if they're very nice and spend a lot of money.
And if we're not practicing on track.
Exactly. It's not a shop day. It's a driver day. It's a study day.
Yeah.
So anyway,
if there's enough interest, we will consider doing a similar sort of thing at another date for the sort of general public.
Yeah, maybe so. See how it goes.
Yeah.
So questions.
You always do that as I'm trying to find the questions. It takes me a minute to get to where I need to be because I have to refresh everything.
I'm sorry about that. I expect you to be prepared. You see,
I am prepared. Unfortunately, Facebook logs me out, and I have to get back to where I was.
You're not always in on that thing, then?
No, it has a timeout session, and it seems to change when I come here because I changed Wi-Fi and stuff. But I was on before.
Computer stuff, see. That's why he does it.
I've had some good questions. Sasha has asked...
Right, Sasha.
FXX VIP, best way to get some high-end camber on the front, say minus 10 degrees plus. If I dial in that much camber, then the toe gets too dramatic and the links can't really be adjusted as they're maxed out plastic on plastic. The easiest way to get around that is to widen your track width.
Widen your track width and buy longer turnbuckles.
That's not the issue. That is the opposite. It's where the two links actually go, so there's nothing in the middle. It's a standard. There's no turnbuckles on the front, is there? They're just grub screws because they are small. But the trick is to widen your track width, and you can also play around with the steering rack a little bit on that. Yeah. And also there's the new slide rack coming, which I think will change everything. Yeah.
Game changer. Has been on the XXX.
But yeah, the way I always worked is I just widen the track width on that anyway, because it made the car drive better for me.
Yeah.
So I widen the track width, and then you've got a bit more room to adjust. You can also obviously adjust your Ackerman positions on the knuckles and things like that. Yeah. And you can also change your Ackerman position on the rack, on the inner edge, and you'll find a combination that lets you have the setting you want without having to chop down the
10 degrees should be fairly easy to get.
Yeah, as standard it can do minus 12, so it's available. You just have to find the configuration that allows you to run all the Ackerman settings and stuff.
I think we've run into the minus 20s at points with those, just see what happened, really.
Not on an FXX we didn't, but we
have on FXX. Yeah, other stuff we have.
Okay, Anthony Jones has asked, what's the benefits and differences between the FS01D and the XXX-D Pro? The FS01D is a very unique chassis, really.
And kind of older style now.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say it's a bit unfashionable at the moment, to the point where actually we're not stocking them anymore, and we are we're keeping essential spares for them, and we're keeping obviously any of the spares that carry over to the MS or other chassis, but the FS specific chassis spares we're not stocking anymore, or restocking I should say, just because there's a lot less demand for them now. The XXX is, as Mitto's kind of said, he loves them. I love them. They're exceptional, and the Pro is very, very good for the money.
It's night and day difference in terms of the way they drive, though, because obviously the FS has got all the way over the nose, and the XXX has got the majority of the way over the back.
Yeah, assuming you're talking about a rear motor, you haven't specified the HT, but that's true, you want a rear motor. If you've got the option, get the rear motor.
Yeah, we tried the front motor thing, didn't really work for us.
No,
we recommend rear, and that has become the general consensus with MST now as well.
They don't offer a front motor option anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
Apart from the older VIP style where stock is still available.
Yeah.
The XXX Pro is very good, very, very good as a chassis. We have a lot of people,
especially the HT Pro, which is over there.
The Pro HT is the one that I would go for. I wouldn't go for the standard one. If I had the choice of the older type Pro or the HT Pro, I would definitely go Pro HT.
Yeah, HT all day. I say when I've got a non-HT, but that's just what was laying about.
It's also not a VIP. We're not talking VIP spec. Jay asked, any news on Thunder Power? No, unfortunately. We chased it up this week. Still don't have a date. For those that don't know, we're struggling with Thunder Power stock at the moment. There's nothing available and no dates available for us.
And that is very frustrating.
It's very frustrating. Very frustrating, because we weren't warned about it, so we couldn't stockpile either. Otherwise, we'd have got a bunch of stuff in. But it shouldn't be too much longer.
We are very sorry,
but we don't have a date.
We do love you, and you know, if we could magic it faster, we really would. So yeah.
Yeah. He's also said, and for the Euros practice, what ideas do you have for the evening? Kind of covered that, but just to specify, it's not the evening; it's the afternoon / early evening.
Chilling.
Just to make sure, in case you weren't aware. Ty's just asked, any tips for world chassis setup for big high-speed carpet tracks, which are obviously unusual?
Don't tell him. He's the judge.
Well, I'm going to say just be nice. That's the tip. Just be nice to us. That's all we need. We just need...
Be nice and we'll tell you, Ty, you dick.
No, carpet setups are kind of funny. For the Worlds last year, I concentrated on stability. So I put most of my efforts into making sure that the car was stable at speed. So when I flung it in on the wall, I knew it was going to be solid, and I could be really aggressive with that flick and know that I wouldn't over rotate or end up off the line.
Two recommendations. One is to set your car up for the hardest corner. That's from the old Mizunaga Tetsujin advice. And 2 is try to keep yourself out of getting in the tuning frenzy. Like, set your chassis up so it drives nice. Don't go nuts trying to, like, be as fast as you possibly can or as crazy as you possibly can. That was my mistake.
Well, the funny thing is, actually, last year I didn't concentrate on trying to be fast. I concentrated on just trying to make the car okay, and as a byproduct of that, it ended up being fast.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't expecting or aiming for at all. Consistency,
not sheer lunacy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, essentially, if you're comfortable with a car, you'll be fast with it.
Exactly. So,
and Shilly has has his version of that question. He's asked, best prep for the worlds, pizzas or burgers? We all know that RC takes prime physical conditioning.
Pizza and left-handed wanks.
I'm going to go with pizza, seeing as we had free pizza on Wednesday.
I would say healthy vegetables and fruits and grilled meats.
I would say pizza, beer.
Chocolate.
Not so much of chocolate, just pizza, beer, chili, that kind of thing. Stuff. Beards.
Spice them all right with, grow a beard. Grow a beard for the worlds.
Yeah, you always do better if you got a beard.
It wouldn't be funny if everyone went to the worlds with a beard.
No, it'd be awful. It'd be terrifying.
It'd be hilarious. Look like the Norsemen or something. Go on. What's that picture?
That is us.
Why is there a picture of
Bowker said he's working on his world's body while watching us.
Oh, yeah, look.
That's quite cool.
Bowker, hurry up. You need to paint the thing. Come on, man. We've only got like a week.
What body's that? I can't work it out. Bowker, what body?
It's got vents in it there on the bonnet.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Is it?
I was trying to look at the bumper as well, but I can't see.
Is it an Evo or something?
No. I
thought what vents that off? Look, see the vent? Very Subaru Evo.
Maybe. I don't know. Tell us and that'll answer it.
That's kind of a secret. It's for the worlds. We don't know it's my secret worlds body. I'm going to win.
Something like that. Right. That's all that's done for the questions anyway.
Anything on Facebook?
That is Facebook.
Anything on YouTube?
Nope.
Anything on Twitter?
Nope.
Anything on Instagram?
I haven't checked Instagram. But if you're asking questions on Instagram, ask them elsewhere. Basically, the best place to always ask a question is on YouTube because it means I get an email and it makes it really easy to find.
So just go ping.
Yeah, and there's the question. It's in my email. I haven't got to like browse through and find the video and find the thread and.
Not many questions this week. I feel a bit depressed. Like
I'm kind of okay with it.
Tim Ansell watches us every week. Where's this question? Even if it's just.
The thing is, he saves this question until Saturday when he's down.
Yeah, that's true. But you could ask it on the internet,
and then we can share it with other people.
You could just say something romantic. That'd be fine. Love you guys. You make me feel funny inside. Fuzzy and warm like a yogurt. Well, it'd be a mouldy yogurt, but whatever.
We need to finish because you're talking bullshit.
I do that. But it is waffle time.
It is.
Got to get some waffle in there.
Right.
It's important that happens.
So we are back to normal hours now after bank holiday and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And after our Wednesday, Thursday switch thing the other week.
The old switcheroo.
So we're back to normal.
Wednesday night opening. We're open tomorrow, 10 till 10.
Yep.
Come and do a rip, do a skid.
If anyone's interested in us being open on the next bank holiday on Monday the 25th,
you can bugger off.
Let us know. If there's enough people interested, we'll open. If there's not, we won't. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
So yeah.
Isn't that right before we bail?
That is the day before we
another
travel
country
to the world.
So
it will be your last chance to practice for a week.
Leaving party.
That's the plan.
Maybe let us know. Do you want us open then? Do you not want us open then? Are you indifferent?
Yep.
Have you got a hammock?
Anyway, bye for now.
Peace out, brethren. Like and favorite this shit today, Viking people.
Yeah. Bye for now.